We're here today, we're talking to Professor Colin Moore, who is from the Australian Australasian College of Cosmetic Surgery. And Professor Moore is going to talk to us today about the newly introduced Australian Breast Registry. So thanks for taking the time to talk to us, Professor Moore.
You're very welcome, Tricia.
Can you just tell our readers a little bit about what the Breast Registry is and why it was introduced into Australia?
Okay, well the new Breast Devices Registry is a means of capturing every breast implant that is put into Australian women and even to some overseas Australian women over the next little while, so that we can monitor the performance of implants, look for problems, hopefully before they get too advanced. Some of you may remember the PIP crisis of recent times, where the PIP manufacturer had used inferior quality silicon in the manufacture of their implants, and there was leakage and one thing and another. And ACCS was intimately involved with the TGA in their investigation of this. Now, implants have been around a long time. Breast registries in Australia first started in 1998. They were run by the plastic surgeons for the plastic surgeons. They were what we call Optin Implants, Optin registries. What this meant was that you had the registry there, and if I, as a surgeon, thought I might like to have this particular patient's implants in, then I'd put her in, but the next two I might not.
Okay.
So, in fact, that registry only collected 4% of known implants in this country. There are a couple of other crises. There was the Dow crisis in the 90s, which, and this is the other side of the registry, Dow produced silicon, which was found to be the cause of all sorts of strange diseases in women. So Dow Corning was forced into Chapter 3 bankruptcy by the lawsuits that followed. Had there been an implant registry at that time, it would have shown that these particular diseases are no more common in breast implant patients than in the general population at large. So it would have saved Dow Corning's bacon. So that's one aspect of a registry. More recently, as a result of cooperation between Professor Rod Cooter and myself, ASPS, the Australian Society of Plastic Surgeons, and ACCS agreed to be part of a new breast devices registry, and subsequently the non-breast RACS surgeons, that is, surgeons who do breast work but who are not plastic surgeons. Excuse me, I'm sorry about this cough. They subsequently joined us as well. And then, in collaboration with the Department of Epidemiology and Preventive Medicine at Monash University, it was decided to form what's called an opt-out registry. That is, automatically every breast implant that goes in Australia, once this registry is up and running, goes into the registry. The only way it doesn't go in is if the patient violently objects, and they have to have strong and good solid reasons to object in order to escape the being in the registry. But the advantage is that we'll have every implant, we'll know when things are going wrong. We can look at all sorts of things. Yeah. We can look at surgeon performance, institutional performance, what type of implant's performing better than another. The management committee of this consists of the three clinical groups, that's ACCS, RACS Plastic and RACS Non-Plastic. And then there's the TGA representative, there's industry representatives, there's consumer representatives, and of course Monash has its university people on charge. And Monash provides the chairperson for this registry, so no clinical group has greater sway than another, which is really very important. This is on the point of running. We've done a trial series on it, and it captured 97% of implants, so it is good. It's
even as a proportion, that's going to be way enough to studies or what's going on,
Sure.
and just to...
It's a hell of a lot better than 4%.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's great. So as far as the consumer goes, why this is a good thing for them?
It's a good thing because it'll monitor a number of things. It'll monitor things like the texture of the implant, so that over a period of time we'll be able to watch that performance and be able to provide surgeons with information about particular textures of one hand versus another, which is important information you can pass on to your patient. The most important thing is we're looking out for large cell capsular lymphoma in the breast, which is a malignant condition. Very low incidence, but if we can see a trend, even a small trend, then we can warn the profession and changes can be made in clinical management. So it's an ancillary product, it's another bit of information for surgeons, and it's very, very helpful for the patient.
Fantastic. And do you know if this happens anywhere else in the world?
Oh yes.
Great.
It's interesting. The Yanks have fiddled around with it for a while, but they are now looking at forming a North American implant registry. Guess what? Modelled on ours.
Great.
Same thing in the UK, they're looking at doing it modelled on ours. The Dutch have set theirs up, modelled on ours. I know that New Zealand, where else? There's one other country, are also looking at our registry and its format. And so we're being copied. We're a world leader.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, like I always say, we've got some of the best surgeons here in Australia. I don't know why anybody would go anywhere else. So thank you so much, Professor Moore, for talking to us today. That's been really fantastic.
It's my pleasure, Trish.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.